Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Welcome to today's video. It's the 31st of December here in Australia, New Year's Eve, or afternoon of New Year's Eve, celebrations later. Before I get into my 2019 review, I had to go into work today I'm on a week off, but the scholarship applications closed today and the mail has been so bad. Some of the students, past recipients, were panicking, and I made the executive decision to extend the closing date till the 6th of January, even though that will put me under the pump for ceremony day. I also encourage the students to send them via email. I will print them off, let them know if something is missing. So hopefully I sorted that. But when I was out, I checked the mailbox. And yes, our mail is terrible at the moment, worse than normal. My son's Christmas card arrived. Ta-da-da-da. Yes, he's normally very prompt, but he thought it was lost because it hadn't turned up. He sent me this great Christmas card. I don't know if you can see that, Granny D. That's actually a squirrel swinging on a bauble. I like the fact my son takes after me. This is a card that supports the charity Maria Keating Foundation, Breast Cancer Now. We try to buy cards that support charities. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're nice to get because we don't do a lot of gift swapping. Well, I send him money. I can't help myself. But yeah, Merry Christmas Down Under. So there you go. My son's card arrived, which was really nice. I sent my Yarny friend, YouTube friend, Janet Lepre, a Happy Mail gift, not a Christmas gift. And she sent me a lovely card. The older I get, the more I love Christmas. It might flare in the dungeon light. This is the dungeon. Yes, they're watching sport on television. She put some lovely words in there, and that was really nice. I love that. Then the one that cracked my husband and I up, because I was laughing in the car when I owned it. He was driving. This card from Happy Holidays. This is from Lisa's Crochet, Lisa in Canada. I will put a link to her channel down below because she is a lot of fun. If you have not watched her, you don't know what you're missing. If you need a laugh, she's the person to go to. Dear Judy and family, I am terrible at procrastinating. Just know my intentions were good. I wish you nothing but a wonderful Christmas and amazing New Year. This may not get to you until Easter, so happy Easter as well. That's what cracked us up. She's right. Sometimes the mail can be that bad. So maybe this card needs to stay out until Easter because this is my Easter card. Thank you, Lisa. That was awesome. Such a good laugh. So, the year that was 2019. I started my YouTube channel on January the 25th with no clear goals other than to try and meet some yarny people that were like-minded, interested in crochet and knitting and yarny things, because I hadn't found any local yarny people, which I have since done. Met some local yarny people and go to different groups, and I enjoy that. And I had been considering not podcasting in 2020 for various reasons, and I thought I would take the opportunity today to review my channel. So most people have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the first year of their channel. I have 25 days to go. I'm at 655, and that ain't gonna happen. I am not going to get to 1,000 subscribers unless I get a massive shout outs. Anyway, there's also this thing about watch time. I have done a lot of watch time for people who've asked for it because they need it. And it is a way of giving a bit of a gift, especially if their channel is monetized. So yes, I looked at my watch time. It's not bad. It's not great. The length of what people watch varies depending on the topic of the video. So the things I reviewed was the video topics, the giveaways I have done and received, Happy Mail, mystery Happy Mail I have sent and received, shout outs given and received, and tutorials and patterns I've recommended. So video topics. I have no plan on video topics. It's a yarny adventure, whatever I felt I have done that might be interesting and I want to share with my yarny friends. I don't have written down a list of topics I'm going to hit at certain times. It's just the way it is. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's the way I do things. My number one little love is tea cozies or teapot warmers, and there's a small group of people who like those and email me, and I will always share that because it's my passion. I like them. So that was video topics, and while I was doing video topics, I was making different notes on comments and feedback. Now, when I started my channel, you get all, how do I make it grow, get some subscribers, get my name out there, which my name proved to be an issue. I started doing giveaways because giveaways are supposed to get you subscribers. If you're starting a channel, don't even consider it. It doesn't work. People subscribe for the giveaway, and as soon as you draw it, you lose quite a few and unsubscribe. Some may stay with you, but you do lose quite a few. Ask Crystal from Bag a Day. Then, because I stopped doing giveaways, because my thought process at the time was, there are plenty of USA only giveaways, and I decided I would do an Australian and New Zealand giveaway only. I did receive some positive feedback, but boy did I get some negative emails, and boy did I cop some flack. Tip number 2, learn to block and delete very early. My son had to teach me, because wow, I don't care if you've got the skin of a rhinoceros, they will get through your armor and they will offend and hurt you. And as my favorite rock star Pink would say, it hurts to be human. So that was why I stopped doing giveaways, and I went to Mystery Happy Mail, which I meant I picked subscribers, podcasters, and I would send Mystery Happy Mail. My Mystery Happy Mail consists of a bit of yarn, knickknacks, and if you're in the US and want Tim Tams, I will try and fit a packet of Tim Tams in there. The budget was 500 grams because I knew what the postage would cost me to send it to USA or Canada or UK and locally. Now, most countries have a gift threshold level which is quite low, so I always understate the value so that the person receiving it doesn't get hit with fees and duties and charges. I don't think I have not done that, but if someone's received Happy Mail and had to pay fees and charges, please let me know. I'm more than happy to reimburse you for those, but I'm pretty au fait on the guidelines there. So Mystery Happy Mail seemed like the way to go for people, to reward them for subscribing, following me, give them a good day. Until October. And that's what started me thinking, do I really want to continue as a podcaster? I got an email. I met my first yarn snob. I met someone, let's just say the email was crushing. And I thought, wow, I sent you a gift and this is how you respond. I'm happy for someone to respond and say, look, this was fine, but not me. But to say the nasty things they did really got me thinking about, wow, do I want to keep doing this? Putting myself out there. So then I put that aside and I kept going because I had a lot of Happy Mail planned for around the festive season. No, they weren't Christmas presents. They were Happy Mail to arrive for people as a surprise. And there's still one out there that will arrive in the new year for someone because budget the way it was, it just had to wait a bit longer before it went out. I received Happy Mail. I received beautiful, lovely gifts from Janet Lepre. I received a lovely card and gift from Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. I've received lovely cards. I love getting cards and just messages from people. Knowing that they think about me is all that matters. I got the most amazing Happy Mail from Kerry's Down the Rabbit Hole. She was the first person I sent to, and she was the first person who sent me Happy Mail. Hand spun, hand dyed yarn. I still have. I put in a cellophane bag, and my son said, it's like a statue that you keep. It's on display in the case. Yes, I know. I don't want to use it because it was so special. So yes, I've received giveaways. Well, I have one coming, and when I get it, that I've apparently been awarded, I'm going to do a video and promote that person and celebrate and open with you what I got. I got a giveaway from one of the YouTubers I love to watch, Sherry's Bag of Holding. I love watching Sherry. She does a bit of cooking. She talks craft. She talks about her pets. She sent me beautiful Happy Mail, a giveaway, a random act of kindness draw. She sent me Red Heart Super Saver yarn in a beautiful colour. I like Red Heart Super Saver. Not everybody does. It's amazing. I still keep looking at whatever I make has to be special because it was from her. So yes, mystery Happy Mail. Will I continue in 2020? Probably, but the budget may be tighter because Australia Post are putting all their charges up. I discovered I can do Ice Yarn Direct as gifts. I've discovered e-cards on Amazon, but it really does depend on who you send them to. I may just be a little bit more choosy about who I send Happy Mail to. Make sure that they're not a yarn snob, they don't dislike chocolate, and that the value of the goods was insulting. Because believe me, I don't state the true value. Anyway, I looked at that and I've made notes for next year, which is tomorrow. So that was and then it brought me to shout outs. You learn that shout outs grow your channel. You shout someone out, they appreciate it, they shout you back. Doesn't always work that way. Because I was reviewing the videos, I made a list of all the shout outs I've given, which is absolutely heaps. And then because I'd been making notes during the year to thank the people who shouted me out, I noticed that I only received back 1/3 of what I've given out. And some people didn't even acknowledge the shout out in the first place. So yes, if you're starting a channel, don't think shout outs are the BN. But having said that, I would not have got off 60 subscribers if it hadn't been from Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, giving me a magnificent shout out. In a matter of 2 days, it grew to 300. I had Jane from Scraptastic give me a great shout out, and I like watching and listening to Jane's What in Tarnations. They just crack me up. I especially have it running when I'm working away at work. It's just interesting. She cracks me up. So she gave me a great shout out. I've had shout outs from Granny D and other people. Glenda, Creative Grandma, gave me a shout out during her live when I was commenting on a live. So yeah, there you go. Do shout outs grow your channel? To a certain extent, but don't expect to hit 1,000 in the first year. That only happens to special people. Patterns and tutorials. I have a moral code of conduct for me. If I use someone's tutorial or pattern, whether it's free or I pay for it, I will always acknowledge them as the designer or the person who did the tutorial. Whether I use for example, if I pick a stitch in a tutorial and I use it for another project, I will still acknowledge the tutorial I found the stitch in. For example, Bag-O-Day Crystal has a tutorial on a Rocky Road stitch in a baby blanket. I've used that stitch in a various number of different projects, not necessarily just for blankets, but I will always state where I've got that from. I just think that's a great thing to do. So yeah, in summary, have I enjoyed having the channel? To some extent. I've loved making new yarny friends on YouTube. That's amazing. Some of them will be friends forever. They will stick with me and we've just connected. And I love it. I've made local yarny friends I really enjoy. I like and love watching Llama Mama Kayla and Phoebe. I've learned to Loomny. I'm not very good at it, but I will get better. And I just love it. And I enjoy Yarn Bingo. I can't wait each month for the sheet. So if Llama Mama doesn't want to do it in 2020, I'm happy to take it on and do it for everybody. I love Yarn Bingo. So that's it. I've had an up and down year as a podcaster. It's never easy, and I'm pretty sure mine's a lot easier than some of the bigger channels who really cop it sometimes. So what have I decided? Well, I was watching Llama Mama Kayla with her journals, and I realised I keep books and journals at work. I have like heaps of these. I have 5 years worth that I go through every couple of months in a filing cabinet drawer, absolutely chock-a-block with all my notes. And I decided I've got apps on my phone, on my iPad, my laptop, that I've started and never finished. But I'm happy with pen and paper. So when I was out for work today, I went and bought some books. And I bought this. So my first thing on my bucket list, because I don't do resolutions, I have 5 things on my bucket list for 2020. Now, it's recycled cardboard. It's just a notebook. I hope to find some crafty stickers, maybe polar bear stickers, to make it look interesting. I couldn't find any today. But I'm going to do a craft journal. I'm going to write down each month what I've made, videos I've watched, anything I think that should go in my craft journal to look back at the end of 2020. Number 1 on my 2020 bucket list. Thanks to Llama Mama. Number 2, make a pair of socks, whether I knit or crochet. I have the yarn, I have the equipment, I have the pattern, I know who I want to make them for. But every time I go in that drawer to grab the yarn, I back away too hard. I am going to bite the bullet, and before the end of 2020, I am going to have made a pair of socks. Number 3, make an afghan for my bed. I bought the yarn last year. I finished my son's. I'm going to make an afghan to go on my bed. I just don't know what pattern yet, but that's number 3. Number 4, I am going to enter into some of my finished projects into a craft fair. Now, my first love is tea cozies and pot warmers. There is a tea cozy craft fair in August at the Gordon Vale Museum, and a lady in one of my craft groups is pushing me to enter some. And then there's the Cairns show, which is like an agricultural show. I'm going to enter into those and put my work out there for people to judge. That's pretty nerve-wracking. Number 5. I don't have any number 5. So at the end of this video, comment what's on your bucket list that you'd like to do crafty. I have things on my personal bucket list, the other 5, which are for my garden, personal, work, because I only ever have 10 things. 5 are for my hobbies, 5 are for life in general. I guess high on my personal bucket list is to be a better person each year, just to be a better person than I was last year. Kinder, more generous, whatever, just be a better person. So yeah, leave a comment what's on your bucket list, and maybe I can find number 5 crafty. I guess the thing I found when I was cleaning out my drawers and stacking everything and reviewing everything, I discovered I have 8 unfinished objects in project bags. I've either put them aside because I don't like the yarn or the pattern, or they just need a bit of finishing off. But 8 unfinished objects, and I have currently 5 whips on the go. So I plan to finish 2020 with no UFOs. Even if I only end up frogging some of these, they're going to go. That would be my number 5 at the moment. And never have more than 5 whips, because it just gets out of hand. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to keep better details in my craft journal of what I've been up to and my yarn adventures. And hopefully my podcast will improve. Like one email said, I'm staid and boring. I'll try not to be boring. To my loyal subscribers, thank you for watching and sticking with me. I hope you stay with me in 2020. 21 new checking out the channel. Join us in 2020. I don't plan each video. I don't know what's going to come up. That's why it's a yarn adventure. Until next time, take care of each other. Have a happy new year and look forward to 2020 with positivity. Find something to be positive about, no matter how bad things are at the moment. Take care of each other. Bye for now. Make sure you have a lot of crafty days in 2020.